Don't want to fix it alone? Call RVFix to get virtual assistance from a certified technician today.
How you doing? Tony with RVFix today. We've got an IX-23X Brinkley travel trailer, and we're going to look at how to summarize it. Let's go. All right, so if we come around here, roadside or driver's side, however you want to call it, open up this front bay, and if we look in here, we've got our water manifold, okay? And so right now what we're going to do is we're going to put water in the fresh water tank. So we want to look at our diagrams on here, and we got power fill tank, city water inlet to tank. So we want to make our valves look like this picture. So that's our white valve going up and down, the green valve going sideways, and the blue valve going up and down, okay? And then we've got two different fittings here, so we want to make sure which one we're hooking to. This one is the city water inlet, and then down here this is our tank flush inlet. It's got a black fitting on it, so this is for flushing out the black tank. So we don't want to hook up to this unless that's what we intend to do. Okay, so we're going to grab our hose, we're going to hook it up to our city water inlet. Now these have a little trap door in the bottom of your compartment here, and that's so you can put your hose up through the bottom here. And then you got your 90-degree fitting here. And if you got a flexible enough hose, you can bring that around there. We've got a pretty stiff hose, so we're going to kind of do it like this. All right, and so what we're going to do, since we're summarizing, we're going to put water in that freshwater tank, and then we're going to switch it over to dry camping, and we'll go over that when the time comes. And then we're going to turn on our pump and flush out all the antifreeze out of the system. So first, before we fill this with fresh water, we want to make sure the freshwater drain is closed. So if we come over here, again, we're on the roadside or driver's side of the coach, right ahead of the front tire. Okay, we're going to look right underneath here. And you see this white valve in here? That's our fresh tank drain. We just want to push in on that and make sure it's closed. And that way it'll hold that water we're going to put in there. Okay, and back over here. Now that we know that drain is closed, we're going to go ahead and turn the water on and let it fill. Okay, so we've got about 2/3 of a tank in there, freshwater tank, so we're going to go ahead and switch this over to dry camping, and then we're going to go flush out the system. So again, we want dry camping, so we want it to match this picture here. So we got our white vertical, our green vertical, and then our blue horizontal. So now that's switched our water supply over to the pump. We'll be able to turn the pump on, flush out the system. Well, let's come and just check. You always want to look and see what kind of water heater you have. And here we have an on-demand water heater, so we don't have a drain plug that we're going to need to put in. So we got that right here, and I'm not going to turn it on right now to test it until I get it flushed out. And so we've got this kind of the master switch on the outside of the water heaters here. The switch is in the circle position, which is off. So I always think of it, if you're standing inside of a circle, you can't go anywhere. And then the line is on, so if you're on a line, you can go. So that's the way I like to remember it. There's other people have other tricks they use to remember that, but whatever works for you. So let's go on inside and flush it out. So we walk in the door, and then right up here in this upper cabinet, if you lift that up, there's our monitor panel, and you can see right here, this is our fresh water tank. It's about 2/3 full. So we've got plenty of water to do a summarize. We got kind of a little tight corridor back here to the kitchen and the bathroom, so I'm going to go ahead and put the slide out. Okay, and then also up here on the monitor panel, right here, we've got a few switches. That one is our main light switch for the living room. We got our awning switch, and then right here's our water pump switch, so we'll turn that on. And now we should be able to go to our faucets and flush them out. Now when you're flushing these out, I like to just turn the faucet to one side. It could be the hot side or the cold side, either way. But just turn it on and run it till it runs clear. The first faucet always takes the longest. Okay, we got it run clear, then we'll switch it over to the other temperature. And there you go, it's run clear. And then we'll go into the bathroom. Okay, same thing on our bathroom faucet. And it's clear. that's clear. And then we've got the toilet, of course. You just step on that pedal, open the flush valve, run the water till it's nice and clear. And then we do the same with the shower. Let that run till it's clear. Switch the temperature, let it run till it's clear. And then you switch the valve to the handheld, and then flush the antifreeze out of the handheld as well. Okay? And then you can shut the water off. Okay? So we're pretty much got all the fresh water flushed out. So a couple more things you want to do when you're summarizing your coach. Probably one of the most important things is to maybe climb up on the roof and check your roof seals, because you're supposed to do that twice a year. So we can pop up there and check that out. You'll want to check the tire pressure, all those kind of things. You just want to give those things just kind of good look over when you're summarizing, because you're just trying to get ready for the season, and you just want to make sure you're in good shape. So let's pop up on the roof real quick, check the seals, and see what that looks like. All right, so here we are. We're up on the roof. There's a whole bunch of things attached to the roof, so we want to check all the seals, make sure there's no cracks in the sealant, maybe bubbles, voids, maybe spots where it's lifted up, and then we're just going to check we're going to check and make sure there's no little tears or anything on the roof membrane. And if there is, we definitely want to get that addressed. If there's not, we're just good to go. So let's go ahead and look around. So you just look the seals over a little bit, and you'll see little bubbles in the membrane, like usually right around the sealant, and that's very normal. So don't get too excited about that if you see that. Okay, seals are looking good there. This is our Wi-Fi extender or TV antenna. Those seals are looking good. On the feet of our solar panel, check that sealant. It's always good if you don't have a slide topper to kind of look over that roof membrane if you can. Good idea to get a slide topper. It protects that membrane, kind of helps when it's raining. It's nice if you're parked under a tree, then pine needles or leaves and stuff don't get on there that you have to worry about when you're rolling that slide in. So yeah, look all over the seals really well, make sure everything's in good shape, and then go ahead and get down off the roof. And if you find this video helpful, remember, like and subscribe. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. If this video didn't solve your problem, don't worry. We're here to help. Give us a call at 1-844-66-RVFix. We'll diagnose your issue quickly with a certified technician on a video call, get any parts and warranty processed, and if needed, we'll coordinate a service center or mobile technician to get you fixed. We'll handle it all so you can get back to camping.